think he's an idiot. Does it mean I think he's stupid? Absolutely not. If I met Chase in real life, I'd shake his hand and say, hey man, I really respect you. I like all people that make Gears content. I actually don't even know if this is working. I've just pulled up. I've just got myself an iced mocha, which I've never had before, and it's quite nice. And I was reading through some comments, and I saw some replies that I was very, very misrepresenting people. And when I say, hey, I have no beef with Snubs or Chase, I mean that, because otherwise, what would be the point of me saying it? That would just be an irrelevant statement. So when I say things, I do mean them. But I also like to tell the truth, because that is something I've always done on my channel since day dot. I've always, no matter how bad it is, I've always given my truthful opinion. And so to say the video is like intentionally misrepresenting the drama, I don't think it is at all. Like I said, you're a fucking idiot to, number one, have a Cronus, number two, display a Cronus, number three, if I was being called out for cheating, I would very clearly just immediately film my entire setup and just show like, yeah, look, I'm pressing the space bar, I'm wall bouncing, this is how I play, get over it, job done, move along. But let's be real about this situation. It's not up to the defendant. I don't want to be a lawyer about this, but let's be real. You know, if someone's calling me dishonest, that I'm misrepresenting people using words like that, let's just be real. It's not up to the defense to prove innocence. I hate to break it to you. If I've gone up to somebody, finished them off, I'm getting away with it unless somebody can prove I've done it. I don't have to tell people I've not done it and show them that I've not done it. You have to prove that I've done it. And so when you go on Twitter and you put up a big list of, these are guys that are cheating, this guy's also cheating, and then you react with eye emojis and shit, and you're like, oh my god, I've been sent the reaction, I can't wait for his reaction. What it seems like to me is you're not concerned with the act of cheating or the act of this. You're more concerned with, how can I rile this guy up? It's fine. I even said in the video, respect the hustle, you've got to do what you've got to do. But personally, I think it's fucking idiotic to try to sell Gears lessons in 2025 on Gears 5. Again, you've got to do what you've got to do. But I'm not going to be dishonest and get my pom-poms out and cheerlead it and say this is wonderful, because I think it's idiotic. I say it on video. I'd say it if he asked me. Does it mean I dislike the guy? Does it mean I think he's an idiot? Does it mean I think he's stupid? Absolutely not. If I met Chase in real life, I'd shake his hand and say, hey man, I really respect you. I like all people that make Gears content. It's a small world out there. And I think people that make Gears content are cool. Gears is like my special interest, if you want to call it that. Like, I think people should be sort of handshaking each other and raising people up. I'm just covering some news that I was sent. And the reality is, I'm not going to lie about it. My entire channel, like say Chase's channel, is built on movement, skill. My channel is built on discussion and honesty. And so I'm going to stick to my core values, which is give my honest thoughts. And why include that? Why include it? Well, number one, let's be honest about the situation. It's a pretty relevant tweet to highlight the fact that somebody is very, very invested in Gears of War to a point of giving lessons, to a point of wanting at, maybe he didn't get any lessons, maybe he didn't sell any lessons. That's not the point. The point is to illustrate that Chase, at some point or other, is very invested into Gears of War to the point of wanting financial gain of giving out his skills. That leads me to believe that one of the main factors is why he's pissed off is if you've built your whole brand and your whole channel up to, I'm really good at movement, watch me, I'm good at movement, then if somebody's using a macro, if somebody's cheating, that is directly harming your business, your channel, your everything. So when I bring it up, it's not to throw some shade. If I wanted to throw some shade, like I say, I'd do it openly. I think sitting and watching Love Island every single night is the dumbest fucking thing in the world. some bimbos with plastic injected into the lips, cheating on each other. I couldn't be bothered watching that, but people love it. So I'm not right or wrong. I'm just giving my opinion on why that tweet was included. That tweet was included to show that Chase has a brand built on movement, has a brand built on being good at the game, and so somebody that is cheating is actively harming it. Because, like I say, if my whole business was how to farm gold in World of Warcraft, and then some guy came up and he was cheating and he could farm gold just as good as me, I'd be like, that's really fucking annoying. I've worked really hard for my brand. He's cheating and trying to capitalize on it. So I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade at Chase. And I'm also not protecting Snub. It's pretty good evidence, but that's all it is. And I can't sit there and I can't say on my channel, I think Snubs is cheating based off that. I showed the gameplay. I said that cheating is wrong. I didn't include anybody in the title. Pissed off and a bit upset that I've shown that tweet because he may feel it makes him look bad. But I want you to know this, Chase. Those feelings are not reciprocated by me. I don't see that tweet. I don't see that tweet of you asking people to pay for gears lessons, and I don't think any less of you. Now, some people might say some comments. You yourself may, I don't know, feel a bit like that was a rough period of your life and you wish I'd not shown it. Fair enough. Totally respect that. But again, there wasn't much evidence in the tweets and the video, and so I had to sort of try to summarize to people that don't know who both people are what's going on. And the best way to summarize it is, one is a TikTok guy with bouncing and videos, and I discussed that, and the other guy is all about skill and you know, trying to distribute skill into the community. And what better way to showcase a channel that talks about movement and skill and distribution of skill into the community than somebody saying, I will do lessons. If Chase is really upset, you know, that I've shown that tweet and it was from a long time ago, maybe I should have clarified, and I can hold my hands up, I'm a big enough man to accept it. I should have clarified, hey, this was a long time ago. But I don't, if I'm being honest, I don't think the time really matters. Because I wasn't trying to point out, like, and be some low hand, you know, whatever you want to call it, low blow, and be like, hey, listen, this guy's paying for gears lessons, what a fucking idiot. No, I'm trying to showcase the two people, you know. Chase does movement, blah, blah, blah. Snubs does kind of these virally TikTok videos, you know, like, hey, what I'm going to do to PlayStation players, and he's bouncing everywhere. And I showed the footage as best I can. And I asked the audience, hey, here's the footage. Do you think he's cheating or not? I even said, I've played a ton of Gears of War 1. I've never seen anybody bounce like that. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on and clarify a few things, because I don't make videos intentionally to misrepresent people. And I think genuinely, if people watch that video, they get what I'm trying to say. You've got the pro movement guy that's pissed off because someone's doing movement that's very good and he believes it's unnatural. And so, you know, it's like your craft has been robbed. It's like me being a painter, painting this lovely picture, and then AI doing the exact same picture, and then me saying, hey, listen, just so you know, that's AI, that's not real. And people going, no, he told me he painted it. Like, it would annoy you. So I get it, you know. And again, if I ever had any personal issues, how I work is I just don't talk to them. I wouldn't respond to them. I wouldn't engage with them. But I don't have any issues with any of these people because I've got no reason to have any issues with them. So whilst I was in my car and just before I drive home, I thought I would just do this video. I don't even know. Brandon in the chat said it's working, so hopefully I've not lagged. I'm on my mobile phone connection. But yeah, my advice is, and hey, listen, tell me I'm wrong, because I am always open to admitting I'm wrong. But how it felt from my side is that Chase was I'm not going to say the word embarrassed, but he was a bit flustered or annoyed that I'd shown that tweet. And I don't think there's anything to be flustered, embarrassed, or annoyed by. Who cares if you asked for lessons? Like you said, it's irrelevant. I'm not trying to use that as like a stick to beat you with. I'm just trying to build a picture for the viewers of as to who the two people are. That's it.
I think personally, if you're going to make some accusations, you should clip up the stream yourself. You should break down his gameplay as to why you think he's cheating. He's calling him a bitch. Hey, listen, I think this is toxic behavior, this. I think this is more toxic than what I did. As you can see, when you flick through this account and you look into Gears, you can see people that have got blocked. The Gears scene is still a bit of a shit show, and you can still see that people are arguing with each other. Over here, just over here, VAR. Now, I have to admit that when you're a pro player, right, and this is true, this is factual information, COD pro players use a Cronus and did in the past, but it wasn't for cheating. It was a way to carry over settings, and you can ask a proper professional COD player, can you use a Cronus and not be cheating, and was it allowed at one point? Yes. So not Cronus doesn't always mean you're cheating, but if you're never shown your overlay and you are a controller player, right, that's the sus thing. So I'm saying you can scroll wheel, I'm saying you can do all of this. Chase is saying, well, I think he's on controller, and here's a picture of a literal Cronus. Gamer tag in question, Snubs. Now, I've not seen any of Snubs' response, but Snubs does have a TikTok, and I do watch it, and I do chat to him. So next time I'm on TikTok, and he's live, I'm going to ask him. I've seen that there is a Cronus, and the guy shows you, and he explains it, and this is for console as well. Like, we're not just saying PC. And he was basically explaining that if you're on reloaded and somebody pushes you from mid-range and for like no reason, they take out the pistol and just immediately blap you down, there's a pretty high chance that that is a Cronus. We're in. We're joining. Okay, here we go. We're live into the Snub Clubhouse, doing some high-level investigative journalism. 9th of the 6th. Stream is going to get taken down any moment. Someone hacked into it. I'm pretty sure Helios is doing this. Now, I've seen this name out and about a lot. I've seen the word Helios selling cheats. I've seen him with Gears files that shouldn't be obtainable selling the files. Okay, so in my eyes, all right, this name pops up way too regularly. Helios is on some fucking cheating shite, mate. I don't care. There's something going on there. Okay, if that's the title of his stream, all right, Snubs is a cheater who uses a macro to wall bounce. That's crazy levels of rent-free, not gonna lie. That was his live title. Okay, that is like crazy work. It's a bit strange to join somebody's Discord and what I would call a section of Discord seemingly related to cheating. How do I explain it? I'm not saying anyone's cheating, but in here, there's a lot of smoke. We've got lists of cheaters here. I would not want to be associating myself around people that cheat. Have a Discord section of cheating. So could be true, could not be true. But yeah, Cronus is definitely a problem. Good. And so here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, from my perspective, Chase, I'm doing lessons, I'm a good Gears of War player, and I'm pissed off that I think Snubs is cheating because I'm good at the game and he's not. He's just cheating. I don't know who's telling the truth, but I will say this: when you end up in Discords and you end up talking about JSON files, hacks, custom Gears folders you've downloaded, swapping INI files and all of this, and yet I just think if it were me, been a grown up, I just wouldn't hang around with anyone like that. Like, if I thought to myself, I'm making videos, I'm making content, and there's some guy I'm constantly tweeting with or talking to that is involved in all this, I'd be like, listen, I don't need that. You go do your own thing. Obviously, they've taken the part of the Cronus that, like, the chip that also allows you to download scripts is now, like, welded into his controller. So